my dad wasn't around, and my mom was like, if you're not going to be around, I don't want your money. I'll do this on my own. I'll support it. And she held it down no matter what. She was at every game. She supported me. She loved me. She taught me how to love myself. She taught me about emotional intelligence and just how to be a man. But also because of that, when I look at my mom, I don't see femininity as weak. I see it as strength. I see it as badass.
We're on.
Oh my God. I wish you guys could see what we looked like right now. Oh, wait, you can because you're subscribed to YouTube.
Sorry, boys and gals. Yeah, a little bit on the crusty side today.
Well, it's because we had our little meeting and we're like, oh my God, we need to record our intro for our first LA guest and we don't have that yet. So we both just literally walked in the studio and I'm wearing sunglasses. My hair is a grease ball. I just worked out in this outfit. I literally was in Sid's garage waiting for her to get home from work, hitting my biceps and triceps.
I pull up and she's doing like little like jump ropes. Like,
well, it's because like, oh, do you ever play like a little game with yourself? I was like, okay, Sid said she'll be home in 5 minutes. So I grabbed the jump rope and I was like, I'm going to jump rope until Sid pulls in.
You're insane. That's a long time.
I know. I feel like a little child.
You do. I know. You were like jumping around like a little rabbit.
Fucking hard. I've been jump rope since I was like 5 years old.
I still need to work out today, but you guys, we have Gabriel, our first guest from LA. We're hyped to send this episode out because it is so good. And God, he's such a good person. Like beautiful, truly beautiful person inside and out.
Physically, mentally, emotionally. He's nice to look at. He's nice to talk to. Yeah, it was a really good conversation. And not only that, he like decided, he was like, y'all, we're getting dinner tonight. And he's like, oh, sick. We're like, well, it's not for like another 4 hours. Just decided. He's like, I'm going to hang out here.
He sat there.
Just watched the rest of our episodes. Like, what a good guy. Honestly, like, I hope we're friends with him for life because
seriously do.
He was amazing.
I mean, like good human. We read him some like situations from you guys. And so get ready for those because those are amazing because he talks about what the guy actually was like thinking because that's very helpful for your write-ins, pushing gender boundaries, like what it was like to be on The Perfect Match and The Mole.
Yep.
And all these amazing things. So anyway, I'm really excited for you to listen to this one. He's a beautiful person. Straight Candid moments real quick before we get this guest going.
Well, the first one obviously being that I look like this right now and I'm like, my makeup's usually on point for these episodes and I didn't cover up my zits because I worked out and look at the breakout going on my right side right now. It's
you
bad.
You look good. I don't think you look bad.
Let me tell you what I just ordered. So Dr. Tureen was on last episode and I was like, okay, I got to up my skin game. So now I just ordered, listen to this, vitamin C serum for the morning.
Slay.
Okay, slay. And then at night, I'm practicing that little sandwich technique that she talked about. So I got my I start with hyaluronic acid, check. And then I go to my retinol and then I'm going to finish with like a little moisturizer. So are you proud of me?
I'm proud of you. You're going to sandwich routine. If you haven't listened to that one, that was so good. By the way, it is episode 121. Go listen to it now.
So yeah, really, I should have had a better Straight Candid moment. So you go.
I would say my Straight Candid moment. Oh, this was just funny because when we were in LA, we were so freaking busy from literally like 9 a.m. till probably like 7 p.m. LA time, which is really 9 p.m. Minnesota time.
Oh yeah.
And I would call Jordan. He's an early bed guy. So like if I'm not home and he's bored, he's going to bed at 6 p.m. Minnesota time. And I called him and I knew he was probably asleep, but I still did it anyway because I'm like, I want to talk to him. So sorry, I'm going to call you. And he wakes up and he, hello, the FaceTime, he answers the face, hello. If you can see my eyes right now, I'm like, ugh. And I go, hi, babe. He goes, what's wrong? I go, nothing's wrong. I wanted to say goodnight. And he goes, do I have permission to hang up now? I'm like, sure. You can hang up. And he goes, okay. And he just hangs up the phone, goes back to bed. He doesn't even like remember it. And then he texts me in the morning.
Can I hang up
Did
now?
You call last night? I'm like, I did. Yeah. You hung up on me. So anyway, I just thought that was a little funny Straight Candid moment because people can probably relate to it.
God,
their relationships.
Jordan is just hilarious. I love that.
He is such
man.
a little crust ball.
My Straight Candid moment is just the fact that we look like this right now on this podcast.
It's giving. We just got back from LA and it's a Monday and we didn't know we were going to record this intro, but we did and we're doing it.
That's exactly what it's giving. But I honestly just want to get into this episode. Let's bring him on, shall we?
And welcome, Gabriel.
Heyo.
Hey.
Hey.
I haven't done a podcast with headphones.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you like how it sounds? I feel like I'm in my own little universe when I've got these on.
I feel like I'm about to like freestyle. Like,
right?
It's like a nice feature, you know what I'm saying?
Let's hear it. Go.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm with the girls, we getting candid.
Oh.
Me, I'm right-handed.
Oh.
but that wasn't by choice. Next week, catch me on an episode of The Voice.
Woo!
Shout out Christina Aguilera.
Oh.
I got I don't know.
Fuck. He was ready.
Something in my hair. Oh.
Did we ruin it?
Look at
Did we ruin it?
the disapproval that you just had in your face, Dom, made me feel like I was naked in front of an audience. Literally just
cultural appropriation.
What?
I'm joking.
Oh my god!
I'll play.
I'm like, I have hair on my head.
This was all just a setup for me to cancel.
I know.
This
I'm like,
podcast.
what? I'm like, I have hair on my head. What?
I'm just plotting.
I'm like,
Me and
that
Sid
was
literally-
evil.
Me and Sid literally just.
That's
I'm
all
like-
I'm doing. I'm
I'm
just
like-
going from podcast to podcast to eliminate the competition.
You're trying to shut everybody down.
Shut everybody down.
Done. Oh no, yeah, their show. No, they were canceled. I'm like, dude, what?
Alice Cooper, what did you call me? What did you say?
What did you say? Can we say that one more time?
Yeah, what'd you
Oh,
say?
you won't repeat it now.
You want to touch my hair?
So you do have your own podcast? Let's hear it. What's it called?
Dawn Meets World.
Yeah.
You had your first couple episodes yesterday?
I did.
How'd they go?
It was a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
It is like the first time, like kind of getting used to it and getting used to like being like a host, like kind of like you have to drive the conversation
Oh,
and
yeah.
carry it. Whereas like I'm so used to being a guest
Mm-hmm.
and like kind of just bouncing off the host and wherever they want to go.
I know.
And then it's kind of like, oh, they're looking at me like, all right, what's next,
Keep
bro?
going.
Like, keep going. I'm like, right, okay,
like,
yeah.
You're like, I have a question.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah,
Well-
our next segment, commercial break. Like, yeah.
Role reversal. You can host this one. Ready? Go
Okay.
for it.
Hi, welcome to Candid, straight Candid
Ooh.
with me, Sid.
Hey, I like
good.
that. I like
Pretty
that.
good.
I'm so glad you're here. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you
Welcome
for
to the
coming
studio.
on.
The
Thank you
Two
for
at Stakes
thank you for
studio.
having me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
How's it been? You guys have kind of been going crazy with the podding.
Little
Yeah,
bit.
past few
Yeah.
days we've been going crazy.
Podding your lives
Crazy.
away.
I think this is episode 8.
Mhm.
Are you like socially drained?
I'm no.
Sid can keep it going. I am a little bit, but we're okay. We're gonna continue. We're fine. Honestly, when I'm recording, I'm like ready to go. So it's fine.
Who's been your favorite so far? I'm putting you on the spot.
Mm.
I'm joking. You don't have to
I would
answer
say
that.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I had really good convos with everybody.
Yeah.
I was just so pleasantly surprised at the energy Spencer brought.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Spencer. He just was so hyped up. It was really cool.
yeah.
So.
You canceled on mine. so.
I know, but he's gonna come. You know what? He just
One
needed to
day.
have a day
Yeah.
off.
And
That's
not gonna
fine.
lie, yeah, Harry Jowsey was fun too, just
Mhm.
recently. So
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Harry.
yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know him?
not personally.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually wait. You guys actually don't know each other personally?
No, we've never met.
You've never met in person?
No.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, we have a lot of like obviously a lot of
Mutual
Mu-
friends.
Yeah.
yeah. a lot of mutual happenings. You know what I'm saying? It's weird because it's like there's like this whole like obviously there's me and then there's like a couple people in between. Then there's Harry,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it's like there's been a lot happening in the in between,
The hearsay.
the hearsay. But me and Harry have both kind of just been off on the sidelines that we just haven't interacted. Kind of.
But would you say that you're? But I feel like you're not drama, and he's not drama. So maybe it's a good thing because you guys are like staying out of it in a way, staying out of your own drama.
Yeah, I honestly like I'd have no
Yeah.
issue with it. I have no problem with him. Like he seems like a great funny guy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that he's Australian, like that's like
Yeah,
I
you're
kind of
like,
have
"Meh."
like I've had like my fair share of PTSD with Australia. Like the mole was from Australia.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
The first show I was on.
Wait, so because you were on the Mole, you were on Perfect Match.
Yeah.
It's right, those two.
Yeah. So I was on the mole, which
Then
filmed in
Perfect Match.
Australia, which, that show I got betrayed and I lost and I had to
Mhm.
just, wander
What a little
around
mole.
Australia.
Oh God.
Getting into
What's like the casting process for the perfect match? Can I ask?
for the perfect match?
Yeah.
It was a lot different than the first show just because everybody was already kind of established. So I
Okay.
think Netflix just kind of went bloop, bloop, bloop,
Yeah.
bloop, bloop. Who do we like? Who do we don't like? Blah, blah, blah.
Because you were in. Wait, actually, I feel like I've heard of heard you talk about this before. Because when you were casted for the Mole, can you tell me about that? Since they plopped you from Perfect Match.
Oh yeah, I got casted on the mole like randomly. I just got a call. I was in a parking lot after getting a tattoo, and I got a call. I was like, "Hey, is this Dom?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Where were you living? What were you doing? Where were you working? Give us it all.
I was down bad.
Really?
I had just gotten out of like a 3-year-long relationship.
Oh
Wow.
I had
wow.
like no money. I was in debt. I was broke. I got laid off. It was during COVID. Ontario was shut down.
What were you doing for job?
I thought you were gonna say what were you wearing?
What were you wearing?
What was
Tell
I
me.
wearing at the time?
Yeah, tell me.
I was wearing Indestructible MFG. It's my
Oh,
tattoo artist
ooh.
clothing line. I remember.
That's sweet.
I remember exactly what I was wearing. I was
Wow.
wearing this like black t-shirt. It has like this cobra on it.
Oh,
That's
It
sick.
says
sick.
Indestructible in red. But Yeah, I used to work in a warehouse, an ice cream warehouse. I got free Ben and Jerry's
Oh,
all the time.
okay.
Yeah,
We
it
can
was
dig with
it was
that.
a shit job. Like I just put barrels of ice cream on a piece of wood for 12 hours a
Were
day
your
like
hands
a robot.
cold?
No, I was in like a freezer suit.
Oh, whoa.
Like it was like an intense. It was like mandatory warm up break every hour,
Oh.
or else you will perish.
So you are down bad. You get this call. Basically, you thought your life was just down bad. This is your reality. Like you're out of love. You're out of job.
Yeah.
COVID's hitting, and you get this call. And what happens?
And then
What do you feel? What do you think?
I was like, oh, first I thought it was a scam. I was like, okay, there's no way this is real. But I was like, what do I have to lose? So I did that. The casting process was long. It's like, for any reality show, I think it's like psychology tests,
Oh, really?
interviews, videotapes, bunch of meetings, and then they slowly narrow it down.
For the psychology test, do they want to make sure you're obviously sane, not like a psychopath? But what if you have like anxiety, depression? I've always wondered that.
Hmm.
I think it's more so it's not like casting like the perfect person. It's
Okay.
like it's always casting like the perfect group dynamic.
Yeah.
So it's like for me, it's like someone who's like, oh, I'm like very drama free. It'll ask you questions like, if you get into an interaction, are you more likely to confront it or deflect or walk away? And I'd be like, my answer would be like, walk away.
Okay.
Where somebody else's answer might be like, I'm confronting that person immediately. And it's
Mhm.
like, all right, let's put the person that would walk away with the person that's going to confront them
To create
got
something.
to
it.
create something. Or let's put the person who's going to confront, and let's see how, you know what I mean? Like different dynamics
Yeah,
are going to create
Some
different
fuck boys,
situations.
some fuck boys, some nice people.
Yeah.
Or some nice men. Do you think you were the fuck boy or the good guy?
In the mole?
Yeah.
I think the mole wasn't
It
like
wasn't
that.
necessarily
it
like-
wasn't
okay,
necessarily like that.
got
I
it.
think they were definitely casting like archetypes. If you look
Yes.
at like the cast,
Yeah.
it was like, because it was like a full like range of people. There was like 23, like 39. It's like you had the mom,
Yeah.
Got it.
you had, you know, the traveling woman that's been all over, the wholesome nurse.
Mhm.
You know, you had the smart guy, lawyer. Then you had me, who's kind of like the dumb, nice jock, himbo idiot. Like,
The ice cream guy.
yeah, you had the ice cream
Vendors.
guy. Like, well, Dom, what are you gonna do? What's your plan? I don't know. I just lift ice cream.
You're like, I don't know.
We're gonna see how it goes. Love you guys. So,
So then you came home from the mole, and then what? Your life is probably a bit different.
well, no, because I lost. So
Well,
my
but-
life was even worse because
Why do you say that?
I got offered my job before going on the mole. And I was like, okay, I either go back to my job, say no, because like, what am I going to
Yeah.
do? Be like, hey, I want my job, but
I see.
in 10 weeks.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So I declined going back to my job because I was like, all right, I'm going to win this, going to win the mole,
Yep.
going to change my mom's life. It's going to be
Mm.
great. Turn around, episode 4, I'm gone. So
You're like,
I'm
oh
like,
shit.
shit. So I go back home, I'm out of a job. And I'm like, I don't know what to do now. Like, I don't know when the show's coming out. Like, what do I do in the meantime? And then I get a text from Netflix and I see the little N and I'm like, this is a scam. And I'm like, well, I did just work for them, so maybe it is. And then
Yeah.
they were like, hey, we liked you. We want you on this dating show. We're filming in like 5 months. Do you want to be on it? It's X amount. And I was like, yeah, let's do
You're
it.
like, I don't have a gig right now.
Yeah, I was like,
Can't hurt.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I really have no reason to say no to this.
Yeah, you're like,
So
why
let's-
not?
Let's give it a shot. And
So-
that's what happened.
What happens? But I mean, like, I'm just curious, and I won't stay on this. But behind the scenes of like a show like that, like, is there anything that we would never see or understand from watching it?
I think there's a lot because you have to take into account that we're filming 24/7. Especially
Crazy.
Perfect Match was a show where like I feel like from what I've heard from other shows and from the mole, they gave us a lot of freedom.
Oh.
It wasn't like a lot of micromanaging, like go here, talk to this person. It was very much like you kind of wake up when you wake up, you sit down, you vibe, you can go to the pool,
You
play
don't have
games.
to wake up like with an alarm like on all the other reality shows and give you like 2 hours of sleep.
Nah, you just like
that's nice.
naturally
Make you go crazy.
Yeah, they turn
Okay.
off the lights, you go to bed whenever you want, go to sleep whenever you want, drink, food, whatever. It was pretty like
Chill.
the dynamic was pretty chill, like, and I think they just knew that there were so many big personalities that something was gonna happen, like something was gonna boil or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So with that show, I feel like there was so much that happened that
Mm-hmm.
you're filming 24/7 and it cut it down to an hour. So it's like you're not gonna see all the little moments of
Everything.
like we had a whole thing like me, Shane, Nick, like the treehouse of good vibes, or we would
Yeah.
always like when the vibes were down, we would go to the treehouse and just joke around and do these little bits and stuff. And that was like
I
completely
was gonna
like
say, never saw that in the show.
never saw that. There's certain
Mm-mm.
dynamics of people where it's like you would just never know, like no one would ever know how close like
I
me
see.
and Chloe were on the show because you
Mhm.
don't see a lot of interactions with me and
Really?
Chloe. Like me and Chloe were super tight.
Wow.
Obviously, me and Ness were tight. me and Shane, like me and Zay. They didn't show any interaction with me and Zay. So it's like, and other people as well. So it's like you don't see a lot of those dynamics.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's
which is not really
surprised.
relevant. Like, imagine like, you know, you see me crying, you're like, oh my God. And then you see me like an episode later, it's just 30 minutes of us at the treehouse of good vibes. You're like, well, I want to get back to this.
Yeah,
so I understand
exactly.
the narrative process behind it.
What happened to you and Georgia after the show? Because you guys won, right?
Well, it's like, what do you?
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Yeah.
What? Oh, I was like, of the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you're not dating anymore, or are you?
Me and her?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
Like,
I thought.
I know, I'm like, what?
I thought this was like pretty known.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I know, but sometimes our listeners don't know
Yeah,
exactly.
right. They
You
might
know,
they might have just finished
Also,
it and be
Exactly.
curious.
You
Yeah.
never know.
Good host,
Thank
covering
you,
all
thank you.
angles.
Plus stuff that people see online where it's not always true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always like a little bit of a hearsay. How have you dealt with then having like a public breakup? Because that's
Yeah.
freaking tough. I mean, I've never been in that position and I never felt it. To be honest, I don't want to feel it. But like, how have you? What?
No,
I just realized we forgot a tequila shot.
that's a good.
Do you need it now?
Yeah, that's.
Okay.
I was gonna say. I was like, maybe let's take a shot before we
I like
dive
that.
into this.
I like that.
Into this part right here.
Let's pour that because that's tough. Like, and obviously, to be honest, like we're not friends. We just met, but like friend to friend, like, are you okay? Like
Dealing with a breakup with the entire world, and then having to, dealing with the breakup, and then dealing with the breakup again with the whole world
when they
you know what
find
I mean?
out.
Because it's kind of like everything that happened on the show with me and Georgia happened really like over a year ago.
Oh, wow.
But then
Okay.
the show comes out and it kind of feels
yeah.
like you're going through it again because you're watching
Yep.
all these moments between each other. Everything unfolds. Everybody finds out what happens. And then it's like, oh, I already got over this. Like this was behind me and now I got to relive this again with the entire world. So
And
it's-
people and their opinions and pulling it apart and making assumptions and saying this is what happened. And you're like, this is actually my life. Like, let me decide what happened because I would lived it.
yeah, but at the same time, it's like, well, I did sign the contract. You know what I mean? Like I signed the contract. You know, I'm a blue collar man. I worked in a warehouse.
Yeah.
You know, I signed my contract. I know what my job is. I know what it entailed. What happens happened. And I tried my best with that whole situation to not. I didn't want to talk about it like at all. Like
Yeah.
after the show, I was
Yeah.
like, try to whatever. And then obviously, you know, people put pieces together and
Yeah.
things blow up. And I had, you know, you have to say something at some point.
Yeah.
You know, I hate how things went down afterwards with all the drama and stuff like that. But, you know, I think both of us, now it's been a while, we both learned from that. I hope she's
Exactly.
well and she's
Yeah.
doing better and however her dating life, whoever she's dating, however everything's going, I hope it's
Swell.
well, fruitful and splendid.
There you go.
Splendid.
Ooh, I like that
Splendid.
word.
Well, cheers
then,
to that.
New beginnings,
Cheers
right?
to that.
Yeah.
New beginnings.
Cheers.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for
Dom.
being here. This
We're
is
going to
even-
continue.
We forgot about the shots.
forgot
We need
the
to take
shot.
our
Yeah.
tequila shot. Oh, I got a sandwich.
Now I took that
He
shot.
did- oh.
Fuck. No, I'm joking.
Okay, he didn't even
Oh my God,
change.
what? You didn't chase?
No, we getting
I'm a
real.
weenie. I'm like, I can't help it. I got to chase.
We getting real.
So something that I've heard you talk about before, and just also from actually watching the show, you are like total masculine, but you've got a feminine energy to you, and you've got like you were
Feminine
wearing-
energy.
Well, no,
Oh,
it's
so
good in
your
a good way.
style is bomb.
No, it's a
Look at
both, right? Like it's
Yeah.
like you wore the crop tops, you've got your nails done, you've
Yep.
got all these things, and I think it is so badass.
Seriously.
And I think it is so bold. And I've heard you talk before about how people have casted opinions and had their opinions. And we wanted to ask you about toxic masculinity and like how
Yeah.
you've dealt with that being in the public eye and just being you and having a style, right?
Yeah, I think I've grew up like around all women my entire life. My mom is a superhero. She's a badass. She grew up and my dad wasn't around and my mom was like, if you're not gonna be around, I don't want your money. I'll do this on my own. I'll support it. And she held it down no matter what. She was at every game. She supported me. She loved me. She taught me how to love myself. She taught me about emotional intelligence and just how to be a man. But also because of that, when I look at my mom, I don't see femininity as weak. I see it as strength. I see it as badass when I think
Yeah.
about that. My mom got her nails done, whatever. She went to the nail salon. I'd go with her, sit down, she'd get her nails done. I'd be around talking to all these women when I was a kid. And I was like, oh, women are fucking cool as shit. They're badass. That's cool. Like, why wouldn't I take care of my nails? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't I make sure my nails are clean and taken care of? Like, that makes sense. So for me, it's like femininity has always been badass. So it's like when I see like, if I want to wear a skirt, if I want to do my nails, if I want to get a pedicure, if I want to wear a crop top, I don't look at it like, oh, it's feminine and I feel weak. I'm like, no, this is badass. Like,
Your
feminine badass energy.
Your
Yeah.
Coachella look was so cool, by the way.
no, I was giving that at Coachella.
Yeah,
I was giving it.
You were giving
I don't care
it.
what no one has to say.
You were giving it.
Like a lot of people came with, you know what I'm saying? Hey, no hate. You know, everybody went out there. They got their little, they got their sheen fits off. They got their little thing fits off.
Yep.
It's like, but you weren't ready.
You weren't ready.
You weren't
You
ready
weren't
for
ready.
Dom to
You
walk
weren't
in.
ready for me to walk through. You know what I'm saying?
I have to ask about your nails. So when you go to the nail salon, because like those are creative. It's not just like, here's a color.
Yeah.
What do you ask for? Do you have like a vision? You're like, here's what I want.
It started off like, it's funny because I started painting my nails when I was 10 years old.
I love it.
Because I watched this wrestler, Jeff Hardy, and he painted his nails black. But I didn't know what nail polish was, so I just did permanent marker. And then as I got older, then it was just black nail polish, and I would just let it, whatever. Then I started going to the nail salon to take, because I started doing my nails with my niece.
Oh, yeah.
She would do my nails, I would do hers, and she was like, oh, I want some designs.
Yep.
And I was like, well, the best I could do is a smiley face at this point. But I'll take you to the salon and you'll get whatever you want. So I took her to the salon, and that's how I started going to the salon and getting designs. But I feel like because I got so known for my nails, that I put myself in a box or put myself against the wall where like, if I were to ever just have plain nails again, people are like disappointed.
Oh,
Like if I
you gotta show up.
if I have the same nails for 2 weeks, people see me, they're like, yo, I saw you last week, you got a new nail.
Now it's like part of your aura. You got to have them done.
Yeah. So now it's like, I literally, before going to the salon, like I sit down and I'm like, what do I want on each nail? Like I'll draw it out and be like, all right, we're going to do this. We're going to go for
That's
this.
so fucking
I have a
cool.
Sailor Moon phone case. So I got Sailor Moon nails.
I love it.
How has it been trying to like instill this in like, well, because, okay, you off the mole, went on Perfect Match. Now you've got this following. It just kind of plops in your lap too. Like you come out of the show and you're like, holy crap. And people are freaking ripping on you for just having a style that is not what the style that they have and casting judgments and saying who you are. Like, how did you deal with that? Because how did you continue to be you when all that shit was going down?
I mean, like I've always dressed that way. Like there wasn't anything new. And, you know, no hate to anyone, like dress however you want. But it's like more or less the people that say they're just projecting, and like I'll look on their profile pic. I'm like, well,
Ooh, bad style.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know. So for me, it's like, if what I'm doing affects you so much, that's your problem. Like, if you look at me and what I'm wearing, and like, I'm living my life. I'm moving around. I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm
doing good.
I'm doing just fine. But if you're like at home and you're like, you see a picture of me like, God, fuck, man. This guy's wearing a fucking crop top. Man. I gotta let him know. I gotta let the world know. I gotta make a TikTok about how much I hate this guy, right? That's something that you have to, I have nothing to do with that. You have to deal with that. So that's how I look at it.
But the ladies come to your defense. When these haters, these like angry men come and they're like, you can't wear a crop top, whatever. Like ladies are in your defense. They're like, no, actually he looks good. Like we like it. And they're like, no, what? He can't. You can't like it. He's a man.
Yeah.
The women are more on your side.
They
for
start
sure.
getting like they'll start fighting in the comments.
I know. I've literally seen them. I've looked at it and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
And
You know
it's like,
what?
it'll always be like, and like I ain't shit. I'm like Michael B minus Jordan. Like I ain't shit, whatever. But like I'm always just like rattled when like I'll post like a picture or a TikTok, it'll be nail polish, whatever, and there'll be a comment section of just like hundreds of women being like, I like this. I enjoy this.
Yeah.
This is really great. And then all of a sudden, like 3 hours later, some dude's like, nah, woman don't like this. You gay, bro. And it's like, and then a woman will come and be like, well, I'm a woman and I like it. I think it's attractive.
Yes.
No, you don't. You lying to yourself. It's like, who is this for?
Thanks
like,
for telling us how we feel.
Yeah,
number
it's like,
one.
who is this for?
Also,
right
any
now?
comments, good comments, whatever. Like give
Helping the algorithm.
Helping the algorithm. Let's
Yeah.
go.
And I'm
Let's
always
go.
like, I get that. So I was like, oh, you're gay. And I'm like, cool. Like some of my best friends, close friends are getting the dopest people ever.
Exactly.
Where do you go from here? And if I am, and what? What happens?
Yep.
Where do you go from here? Like if
Like,
I've always wondered that. If it's like someone's like, oh, are you gay? It's like, and if I am, now what? Where
And
do you
now
go
what?
from here? It's like,
Oh,
Okay.
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 All right.
and then it's
cool.
like, all right, cool.
Cool.
That was that the information? What answer did you want from that? So
So weird.
Do you want to keep talking about this? I was going to move it on, but if we have more questions about toxic masculinity, I'll wait.
yeah,
My
what do
only-
you want to get into?
I wanted to ask you, well, and then let's go into where
Yeah.
you're going because I know where she's going. But the only other question I was going to ask is like, do you think that you'll use this kind of almost stance that you've got in the current day, because it's like we're in 2023 but we got a long way to go, like to promote like embracing feminine energy as like a strong thing. Like do you think you see yourself using that and pushing that and like helping others see that with your platform?
Yeah, I think that's the goal of my platform, is like I don't really do a lot of like brand deals, or I don't really see myself as like a influencer, so to speak. But I do, because I honestly don't feel like I'm nobody. I didn't do shit. I cried on TV. Like, who the hell am I? I was on a reality show. I was on a dating show. You know what I'm saying?
I shed a tear.
Yeah.
Get over it.
But the eyes that I have on me, I can use that to shift those eyes on the people that actually do have value, on, you know, that actually do offer things to the world. And for myself, it's like, I realize that like not a lot of people dress like me or have the same confidence to go out there and do what they want to do like me.
Yeah, big
like
deal.
whenever I've been in a room, it's been like I've only gotten compared to like Lenny Kravitz or Dennis Rodman or Black Harry Styles or something like that, and it's almost like
they have to throw that in there.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know, sometimes or whatever. But
whatever.
It's like I understand that like there has to be that person that goes over the hill to kind of like take those stray shots, to take that hate, to then come back over and be like, hey, it's not that bad. So it's like I got my nails done, and it's like even like Zay was in San Diego and some kids came up to him and were like, yo, we all got our nails done just like Dom on Perfect Match. Or I guess sent pictures of parents with their kids being like, yo, my 12-year-old son got his nails done and he wanted me to send you a picture because he saw you on the mole. And it's like that's what I'm doing with my platform. It's like I've gone over that hill and I've shown people that you can be a man, you can get your nails done, you can dress how you want to dress. And some people are like, I didn't think I could do that, but I saw you, I respect you, and I think that you're cool. So that makes me feel like I could do that. The same thing that like Jeff Hardy did for me with nail polish, when I said, this is the coolest guy ever. Yeah. And he paints his nails. I want to paint my nails too. And it's okay because I think he's cool and I think that's cool.
Do you see that impact you have?
Making more people just feel comfortable expressing exactly what they want to express. And like we even had this conversation earlier, but like if men were able to express more of this feminine energy, or maybe it's, you know, it doesn't have to be feminine energy, about anything that you just want to show up in your life, how would that change maybe aggression in men? How would that change with mass shootings? Like how would that help their mental health? It's endless, really.
Yeah, and I think that's the key. It's like in any relationship I've been in, it's like you can call me emotional or sensitive or whatever it is. It's like, but I communicate that. It's like even on the show when you saw me crying, it's like people can laugh at that, but as I'm crying, I'm communicating why I feel like this. It's not just me being furious. I'm like, I'm crying, but I'm like, I'm crying right now because I don't feel worthy because of my insecurities. I'm voicing those things. I'm making
instead
that
of
known
holding it in.
instead of holding it in.
That's brave as fuck, honestly.
And I think that's important in a relationship as well, where it's like I've been in relationships where I'm able to communicate my emotions immediately. So there's none of this like silent pent up, like I'm not going to my friend group and being like, oh, she's doing this and it's like, no, I'm going to communicate that immediately about how I'm feeling, my insecurities, and then she can do the same. And like, I think also in a relationship, women like that, not even being in touch with your femininity, but just being comfortable and being open.
Yeah.
At all times. Do you think people know how you feel in the moment at all times? Like, are you someone who wears your heart on your sleeve? Is that kind of what you're alluding to?
Yeah. Like, obviously I'm not just going to like, if I'm having a shit day, I'm not just going to go to the mall.
I hate my fucking life right now.
Yeah. I'm not going to walk into a Zara and be like, how are you doing? I'm feeling like shit right now. And I want a fucking white tee. Like,
okay. Bring him to the white tee.
You know what I mean? It's not like that. But if there's something on my mind, if I'm feeling it, I find a way to express that.
I love it.
Not necessarily to someone else. It might be creatively. It might be through writing, through journaling, but that's how I learned through therapy. I got to express that. So
what else do you think is important in a relationship besides communication? Like if you had to take like a top 3.
Ooh.
I like the communication tip because I think all men need to hear that. Being able to, I feel like a lot of our experience with guys we've dated and current boyfriends is you have to kind of dig it out of them a little bit.
Holy shit, we had to dig a hole.
Yeah.
Like I might as well, I think I got to the water. I think I got to the core of the earth.
Yeah,
I'm like, Jesus, we were down there.
Yeah.
But you had to. But for you.
I don't know what the top 3 would be. I think, because people have different love languages and people have different ways that they want to be loved.
That's understanding though, right? Understanding love languages would be one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Boom.
Understanding, communicating, and
Honesty.
Honesty,
one.
loyalty. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
we like that.
I think fun. I think like just like
Yes.
enjoying each other and having like that person be your best friend. Like in my relationships, like that person was truly like my best friend.
Yep.
It was like no matter what we're doing, it's like we could just have a ball. Like, what do you
I
want to do
love that.
today? Nothing. Sick. I'm gonna go through your closet and try on some shit. Like, and then we have like a fashion show all of
my
a
God,
sudden.
fun.
You know what I mean?
Cute.
Just like
Yeah.
fun, cute shit. I think it's important to have those moments with each other.
Because
And,
looks will fade.
yeah.
You have to have a best friend.
Which is
Mhm.
difficult to find now in this day and age, in like, or not day and age, but in this scene of like,
in
I'm
LA.
sure.
In LA, you think, or
yeah.
Everywhere.
I mean, since the show, I've only been in LA, so
Yeah.
it's been pretty tough to kind of find that sort of like,
yeah,
groundedness.
I get what you're saying. I feel like too, and I'm just talking about like how you talked about the 3 things in a relationship. Just, I feel like it's such a nuance that talking about your feelings for guys is like so like, oh, like wishy-washy. It's like, how do you balance being like this, maybe a woman's ideal where you're like, I'm forthcoming. Like I say what I want and I say how it is, but I'm still feminine strength and like have that balance, because a lot of guys, even guys listening right now, are probably like, well, I've always known to like just be like this, the strong one in the relationship. I got to hold it up, like there's a balance.
Yeah, but it's like you can still be strong and masculine and still be emotional. It's like, and I think that's where, for me, I think that's where other men kind of like see that and respect that. Like I've had like some of the most people like I wouldn't even think would have saw a perfect match come up to me, like guys that are literally just like massive guys, face tattoos, like straight up look like felons. I'll just be like sitting down and she'd be like, "Yo, are you Dom, bro?" I'll be like, "Yeah." Like, and they're like,
I don't know.
They're like, "Yo, I watched Perfect Match 2 weeks ago with my girl. You're really him, dog."
Oh,
Like, and it's
that's
like,
so
you know what I'm
cute.
saying? And it's like, if this guy right here, like, can just see like, yo, that guy's real.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I think a lot of other people see that, and the people that don't see that and speak negatively on it are just projecting.
You're allowing people to come out of their shell though, like is what
Mhm.
you're doing. Like that was kind of, I feel like that guy that came up to you, you were kind of letting him like come through his shell of it, to admit to like, I would have thought that was soft, but like you're kind of it, dude. And like I wanted to be doing what you're doing. Like
Yeah,
literally.
like no, like that's real. Like I've had like voice messages from people being like, "Hey, yo, I'm in New York, dog. Like I'm in Brooklyn right now. You ever come through, dog? You got a fly pass. You come through. I got you, bro. Anybody fuck with you, I got you." And I'm like, all right, I guess if I'm going through Brooklyn, I'm good. I guess. I don't know.
If I'm going through Brooklyn,
Yeah.
thank you.
I
I
guess
guess
I
I'm
will.
safe. Like I don't gotta
Right?
worry about any enemies, any ops.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing this. This conversation I think is really important. We've been trying
Hugely.
to like bring this to the podcast a little bit more when we do have a male perspective on. So thanks for being open and vulnerable. You alluded to kind of dating in LA and how it's hard to kind of find the right people, I guess. My question is, are you on dating apps? Like what is your go-to way to either find your dates, and are you dating?
Funny. I've only used a dating app once.
Okay.
Really?
And my first swipe was my girlfriend of 3 years.
No
She was
way.
My coworker
No way.
Yeah.
In Toronto.
in Toronto.
Oh my
That's
God.
She was my
amazing.
coworker. It was Thanksgiving weekend. I got Tinder. My boy was like, just
Try it.
download it, just try it. And the first person that popped up was my coworker.
Oh,
And we were already kind of like, we never said anything to each other. I just swiped it and it was a match.
no way.
And like literally went on a date. We went bowling like a few days later, and then we dated
Cute,
for like
though.
3 years. And that was like the most important relationship in my life.
Why?
She made me a better person. Like I'm a true
Mhm.
believer in like, not everybody's going to be the one, but
Yeah.
when you enter a relationship, like they might be that person to make you a better person for the one.
Yes.
And, she might not be the one, but she made me a better person. She introduced me to therapy. She held me down. Like my biggest thing, like, is I hope that that I helped make her a better person as much as she made me a better person in that relationship. Like it was just a really important relationship to me. It just made me a better person. But I've only been on dating apps that one time, and I was like, that was a W, so I don't got to go back on that.
Take the win and leave it.
Yeah, but in LA, like I've been on a few dates. One in particular I went on with the influencer,
Okay.
and I was like, okay, this is a good date. She's really cool. She's down to earth. I could like a week later, like she talked about it on TikTok, like reviewed about it. She
And
didn't
said
she
what?
didn't say my name.
Was it a good
but
or
she,
bad
like,
review?
Alluded to it. It was a bad review.
What?
So you
And I was like, but it was all lies.
We were
so
like,
you felt like it was almost like used for content.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like used for content. It was like kind of alluding to who I was, kind
Why?
of. But no one knew it was me. But like,
weird.
What did she say happened, or what did she say was so bad about the date?
First, she said that like, she said I tried to kiss her at the end of the date, which was like,
well, it was a date.
But like, if you know me or if you see me anywhere, I don't kiss on the first date. Like on the show, it was like I literally didn't touch it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't like unless you're comfortable, I'm not making a move. Like that's just always how I've been. You know what I mean? Like I want to make sure and establish like we're good before we go any further. You know, like I'm just not that person.
I thought that was very respectful, by the way.
You know, that's what my mom always taught me. It's like be respectful, let the woman lead the way. You know what I'm saying? You're a man. You know what I mean? Like you want to make sure that the person you're with feels safe and comfortable around you before you take that next step.
Oh, I love that.
But that's just not who I am. And I was like, what is she saying right? You know what I mean? It was just like and I was like, okay, I'm not going to go on a date with another influencer again. And then I met another girl, hit it off at Coachella.
In the wild?
At Coachella.
Okay,
cool.
Hit it off. In the wild, literally. That is the wild.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
Wild West.
She's stunning. She's gorgeous. Well, she seems so cool. She starts like talking. And I'm like, wow, she's Australian. Damn it. Why does this keep happening?
You're like, not again.
Like,
she opened her mouth.
Yeah.
You're like, God, that
I like your tattoos. And I was like, fuck.
You're like, no.
I was like, not this again.
You're like, come on.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, and then she was super cool. And then I realized like, we exchanged contacts. And I was like, oh, she's an influencer as well. And I was like, oh, she also knows another Australian that I've dated. Like, and I was like, well, okay. Like, this is like a small world. You know what I mean? Like, whether it's like you date somebody and it's just used for content, or you date somebody and they know someone else you dated. And now it's like, oh, well, is this going to end up on, you know what I mean?
Somewhere.
Like, some podcast, something. Like, you just never know. It's just like tough.
How do you know that you're ready to date again after like having like these heartbreaks and different things like that so publicly too? Like,
I didn't date for a while after Perfect Match. Like,
really?
I don't think I dated anyone for probably like
months and
you don't
months,
have to
right?
give exact,
like I don't know exactly, but
because
like,
then you're gonna get canceled if you were wrong.
I'm gonna say like probably until like right before like I came out here, like even talked to anyone. Like I was just like after the show, I was just so like I didn't talk to a lot of the cast. Like I kind of just like
You're getting a call.
I'm so sorry.
You can answer it. Is it your mom?
Yeah.
Say hi.
Wait, I was just about to say something about her.
Hello. Hey, mom. I'm on a podcast right now.
Oh, like you're literally doing the podcast?
We're literally on the podcast right now, but we were actually just going to give you a compliment because you raised an amazing human being.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. You're amazing.
Why'd you answer the phone?
Because we wanted to do him too.
Oh. Okay, go back to your podcast.
All right.
Later.
Love you, mom.
Okay, love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, tears.
Oh my God, your mom is a sweetie.
Tears.
I was
Would
actually
you
going to say that.
Okay, if LA, you're maybe not finding your person and the type of, who knows, but would you ever consider moving back to Canada? Or is this like where you think you're going to end up for the rest of your life? Like what's the plan?
No, LA is definitely not where I'm going to be for the rest of my life. I don't think that's the case. I don't know where I would find the one. I don't know. I think like everything's still so new right now. It's still so, like the show just came out. Everything's still so fresh. I'm sure people are going to forget about me in like T minus, a week and a half. And then I can kind of like stay relevant. Keep doing podcasts.
Do your podcast.
You're not going to just fall off, especially with the message that you have. Like that's not going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. But yeah, I don't know. Who knows? I think everything's happening really fast. I think I'm just kind of like, if you catch my eye, if you're interesting, then I'm down to like explore that. But it's not like I'm actively pursuing, like I'm not trying to do that.
That's the energy you got to put out too. Focusing on you, focusing on yourself, and who knows what will come about. How do you think your life has changed after Perfect Match? Would you say, because we were talking kind of about like all the bad comments, but you also have like some positive outcomes that happen from the show, right? Like, do you regret going on it? Are you happy you went on it? And what is your plan with maybe your platform?
No, I think I'm happy when I'm fortunate that like I get so much more positivity and love than I do hate. Like,
Oh yeah.
That's what I, yeah.
when I go out, the amount of people that come up to me and we just have a conversation and talk, I'm so grateful for it. So I would never take anything back. I think, you know, I'm so happy for how everything is right now. And
Yeah.
I'm so happy that the effect that it had on people. And in terms of like what I'm going to do on my platform is like, obviously I have my podcast that I'm doing that I want to be a wholesome, want to be a safe place for people.
Is that your vision with the podcast? Just to take guests on each episode, or is it going to be ever solo episodes? I'm curious because you don't have many episodes out quite yet.
Well, just launching, right?
Yeah. I think I'm going to like, I have a couch, so it's like, you know, we can have a couple people on at a time and stuff and kind of just vibe out. But I just like, after the show, I was getting asked to go on all these different podcasts and platforms.
Yeah.
And there was none of them where I kind of like, I felt safe at the time to go on.
Yeah.
So I declined a lot of podcasts because I just didn't feel safe at that time. I was like, I didn't know what people were going to say or what was going to happen. And I was like, with my platform, it's like, I want people to know that my podcast is safe.
Yes.
And nothing's going to happen. I think that's why, like, I accepted to do your guys' podcast, why I did Spencer's podcast, Drew's, because, like, at this time of my life, it's like, I know coming on here, like, I'm safe here.
Yeah, you are.
And I like
always safe with us.
Yeah.
Well, we would never make you feel off and like any of those things. I feel like you've got such an opportunity too for like all these branches of things like apparel and like events and like different music. I think you've got a lot of things that you could lean into.
Well,
like truly.
I'm working on a clothing collab called Crybaby.
Oh my God.
So I'll make sure
I like that name.
I was going to say, can we like check it out? And
we'll
get buy some?
We'll wrap that in Minnesota.
Hell yeah, we will.
May 26th.
Okay.
I have a nail polish colorway that I'm working on with Machine Gun Kelly.
Shut up. That's sick.
Yeah, his nail polish line, so my own colorway.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm everything that like, you know, I kind of stand for and value. Those are the things I'm kind of like leaning into and working on to like provide back. And also like a percentage of the clothing is going to go towards like women's shelters. Because my mom used to work at a shelter, and like that's like any brand or anything I get, I always make sure to give back to like women's shelters.
It sounds like you're more secure in like who you are, which is why you're more apt to say yes to like podcasts and things like that. Is that right?
Yeah.
Like you know who you are and what you want, and you're ready to kind of take the world and send the positivity vibes with the platform. So I love it.
I love that.
I think we're gonna lighten things up. You want to play a little game?
We love a game.
Please.
Yes. Let's go.
Can we take another shot?
Yeah.
Oh, you want another one? Oh, Dom, you crazy animal.
Yeah, I feel like I want to have fun. We got too deep.
We did. I know we can't. You
deep.
said though you're a Cancer. She's a Cancer.
Damn.
What do you expect?
I know. I wanted to.
Oh
like,
shit!
I gave you a full one.
Sophie, careful. That's gonna spill.
Here's my mini.
Wait, do you have a? Oh, here. Can you fill mine up a little bit, please? Thank you. Hornitos is what we're drinking. We're not sponsored. That's good. Jesus. You're like about to come over. Oh, yep. I got lip gloss on.
Okay, we'll play some
All right,
games.
ready? Too little game, too little fun. Cheers. Halfway through. Cheers. Little shot. I wish we had a shot ski. Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh, wow, you literally like ate that whole thing.
Wait, you have your Celsius. Throw it back with that.
No.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do you do that to you?
Consistency. I didn't do the first time. Not
As you're like,
I'm just thinking, should we play a this or that with him as well? Or should we just go into the what is he thinking game?
Ooh.
No, both.
Let's do both.
We'll
yeah.
do both.
You want to do both?
Yes.
Okay.
First
so
game.
This or that is just more like your preference of a person you want to date.
Because now you're on the market.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
you're single.
I am.
You're single mingle.
I am.
Boom.
Let's switch up the order.
Ready.
All right.
Okay. American or Aussie?
Ha.
That actually just happened to me there. I'm not kidding. Because we've had this game before.
Just off of my track record, I kind of have to say,
Or Canadian, it could say.
Yeah, or Canadian.
yeah, I don't know. We have this inside joke in my friend group right now of like I just attract Australians. It's just like I went to Coachella, and it's like out of every person I could have like gotten to approach me or approached, or like it was like she opens, I like your tattoos.
And you're like,
tattoos, and it's like
tattoos.
damn it.
You're pretty good at imitating it, though. I like that.
Well, I mean,
You're geeking me out right now. I literally can't. Okay. So did you answer?
Yeah.
yeah, we'll go Australian.
Okay, fair enough.
Wait, yes, Australian.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like Australia. Like when I was
I mean,
in
they're
Australia,
amazing.
like
They're amazing people.
I fell in love every time walked
someone
into a
opened them
damn
up.
grocery store.
I know
or a
everybody's
Macca's.
beautiful there. It's like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? Okay, content creator or no socials?
Ooh,
Hard one.
nah. Content creator. I
Really?
say content
Mhm.
creator. But like that
Creativity.
doesn't, yeah,
I know,
like
I know.
creativity, yeah.
I like that.
Shy or extroverted?
Extroverted. I like shy because it's like it's super cute and endearing.
Mhm.
But I can be introverted and I need an extrovert to kind of like
Love that. Yep.
bring my extroverted side out of me.
I like that. Jealousy or chill? Or jealous or chill?
Chill.
Okay.
Chill.
Some people like you never know.
Some people like, but I'm like, my favorite, like in my relationships, when we go out
Yeah.
and like a guy hits on my girl, she'll go get 2 drinks and then be like, peace out and bring it back to me. And then we both
That's
go
badass. That's badass.
like my ex used to do all the time. I was like,
That's amazing.
Like, yes.
That's kind of hot
it's the most
too.
gangster thing
Yeah,
ever.
it's like
It is so
and then homeboys
gangster.
over there, you're just like, damn.
I know.
Yeah,
He's like, ah,
she's with that guy.
shit.
Sane or crazy?
How crazy? Like, are we talking like Harley Quinn, wear my skin crazy?
Well,
Or
maybe
are we
one
talking
below.
like obsessed? Like,
crazy obsession. Like
Like-
crazy.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say like crazy, like moods up and down, like crazy sex, but also like doesn't talk to you for a week. Then
crazy sex, but
I
doesn't
like-
talk to me for a week?
Yeah.
That's not like.
You're like, wait a minute. You're like, I don't wait a minute. Hold
I'm
on.
like, wait.
Right.
No. Let's take a sane. Definitely sane.
Okay,
I'd say
sane.
yeah.
Okay.
Gotta go therapy.
I like that. All glammed up or all natural?
Natural. I like you know.
You mean,
a
yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting glammed up.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong
You know
with
what I'm
that.
saying? Nothing wrong with getting glammed up. But
Mm-mm.
Blonde or brunette?
bold.
Oh.
Actually,
She's like both.
okay, Amber Rose though rocks that bald head like nobody's business. That's her signature.
I think when a girl just shaves her head,
Looks bad.
it's like the most like
It's sick.
it's so hot. And when like they post a video, they're just shaving. It's like I don't give a fuck. It's like there's something that's so fucking attractive.
There was a
about
girl at the gym this morning, shaved head, but it was like blonde buzz, and I was
Oh.
like, "Wow, that's hot." Yeah.
because it does take
It
like
is.
I look at like I don't know if I could ever buzz after growing my hair out this like I worked way too hard on getting my hair this long. I don't know when I'm gonna buzz it, but there's just something about somebody that's just like no.
Fuck it.
fuck it.
I
I'm
love
shaving
the
my head.
tendril you have out. Do you know that's what it's called? Tendril.
That's called a tendril.
Tendril. These
I
little
w-
things.
I was told it was called a slut strand.
Well, that too.
Oh,
I
it could be
love
either.
a slut strand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of like the name better.
Yeah.
I
Slut
think that's a
strand.
little more edgy.
it's like almost like
Yeah.
like corporate
Uh-huh. Oh.
It changed.
activated.
Oh.
It changed
what
your
I'm saying?
whole
Uh-huh.
It
look.
changes the whole vibe.
I like it
You know what I
now.
mean?
Whoa. Yeah. You got to keep the slut strand out. You
The
have
slut
to.
strand. Is it my turn?
Yep.
Okay, we're almost done. Book smart or street smart or ditzy?
Nah, book smart.
I like that.
Because I'm a dumbass.
What? Come on. No, you're
You mean like street? Not so-
I'm like street smart. Like I'm like,
okay.
you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
everyone, most people that date, like they read books, and I like
Mhm.
like I mean, like someone that like reads books and like
Yeah.
likes to like tell me
Yeah.
about their books and like
Oh, cute.
explain them and like
That's cute though.
it's cute as shit.
Yeah,
I'm
like, that's
yo,
cute.
you cute as shit.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I come home and then she's like, no, I was just reading this chapter and this happened. Like read
Oh.
this like little excerpt right here, and I'm like, oh, it's cute as shit. You're smart as hell. I could
smart as
never do
hell.
this in
You're
my
so
life.
smart. You're reading
finish I
books.
can't finish a book to save my life.
Oh my
She's
God,
the
you and I
same way.
both.
Yeah.
I'm working on a book I've been working on for
Have you
like
ever
6
read
months.
a page of a book twice?
I don't want to say that. Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Just
No,
rereading.
I'm kidding. I'll
yeah,
totally
I've
admit
like
it.
when like
Rereading.
you're in class and they're like,
Oh.
can you read this out loud? And
Oh.
you read the same sentence twice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course I did.
Did you get good grades?
Uh,
Like, were you
I was okay. Student.
okay?
I was
cool.
okay. I was
You got
always the
by.
kid that was like, I caused a lot of trouble. I was very mischievous.
Were you
but I was
really?
very lovable.
Really?
You know,
Oh.
all the teachers liked me, but it was like, can you
Mm.
just not?
You
And
were
I'm
that
like,
guy.
I'm like, Miss Bellum, come on, give me a hug.
I can so see
Come on,
that.
give me a hug.
I can so see
Can
that.
you just give me your work tomorrow morning? Tomorrow morning.
Give me a hug. Come on,
Come
bring
on.
it in.
I'll come over tonight, drop it off over dinner. Like,
I'm good.
Okay, last one.
Boobs or butt?
ooh,
One or the other. One or the other. 3,
back
2.
of the knees.
Back of the knees. I
Are
like
you
that
a
spot,
crevice
too.
man? You like crevices?
I just feel like back of the knees are underappreciated. Like, do you know
They
what the
are.
back of your knees look like?
No, I don't
You
think
don't
so.
take care of the back of your knees.
Yes, I do. I put
Well-
lotion on those. You kidding me?
What are the back?
I do every time.
You don't know what they look like, man.
I need to go look. I
Let me see
actually
the back of
really.
your knees.
I can't pull my pants up that high right now, but I will tell you, I love when people have a back of the knee tattoo.
Dirty ass socks.
Dirty ass
Sorry,
socks.
maybe take my
Dirty ass socks.
shoes off.
Bad back of knee. I'm joking.
Yeah,
I will say-
I got dirty back of the,
The
knees.
tattoo that people get on the back of their leg like that right there. I think that's so badass. Like a
Yeah.
little like number on the back of your knee. You ever seen those?
back of your
I've seen those. No, you don't like? Oh my God. Carrie.
Oh, like right
Morgan's,
here, like
Morgan's gagging. She's like, "Ugh."
No, I'm
The
not talking about the
bones?
bows. No, not the bow
Oh, the
tattoos.
bows.
Like they're wearing high socks and it's like a little bow in the back. Cute. No, I'm kidding.
No, I don't like. Have you ever seen like the corset tattoos?
What? No.
What?
Yeah, people get like a corset tattoo.
Don't
like,
say it. No, that's
yeah,
not real.
yeah,
That's not real.
I'm not a fan of those.
Can you get like abs tattooed? I've always
There was a
People
kid in
do.
school that had like that had guns tattooed on his
Okay. Mm.
And everyone
And
thought
how
it was
old
like
was
the
he?
coolest shit when
How old
we were
was he?
kids.
When
We
he
were
was a
like
kid?
17. Yeah, we were like 17. And he was like, yo, check this out. And he had like these
Oh
two
my
shitty
God.
guns.
And that's why you have to be 18 to get a tattoo.
And now looking back, we're like, that is terrible.
Do you have any tattoos that you regret?
Not that I regret, but I do have some poor choice drunk tattoos.
Like what?
I have slut tattooed on my hip.
No, you don't.
The word slut?
Yeah, you want to see it?
Yeah. You do not have that tattooed on you.
Yeah.
I kinda
When did you
like-
get it?
I got drunk on a first date.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. Back like after Perfect Match, actually.
Did,
and you're like, we
did the
should
person get it too?
Can you see it on the
Oh my God, it's in red.
Yeah.
It's red.
It looks like somebody took a red pen and they were like,
Yeah. I went on a first date
slut.
and we got drunk and my friend's having his house party. So we went to this house party and there was my other friend was there and he was like, oh, I'm tattooing. I'm an apprentice.
Oh my God.
Who wants free tattoo? So we got matching tattoo. I got a little bit more drunk and I was like, you know, it'd be hilarious. You just tattooed slut on my hip. And she was like, what?
She's like, yeah, let's do it before you get sober.
She wasn't into it. She's like, what? We're on a date right now? You're going to get slut tattoo on your hip? And I'm like, yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
Badass as shit.
Reclaiming the word. I like that.
Yeah. So
Oh
then
my
I got
God.
slut tattooed on my hip and I woke up the next morning. I was like, ooh.
You're like, that's rough. That's a rough wake up.
Yeah.
Well, we have one more game. One more game for you. And this one basically is a what is he thinking game. Okay. And our listeners, they always write in. They're amazing. Shout out to our Candid crew. They wrote in about guys. They're unsure of what they're thinking. Okay. So we're going to read the scenario for you. We have a few. And you're going to tell us what the heck you think he's thinking.
Okay.
Okay.
As
Feel
a
free to
male,
be honest.
From a male perspective,
Okay.
we don't get these often.
Okay.
So. The first one, he matched with me on Hinge and got my number to take it off the app. He then texted me 5 days later at midnight asking, are you out tonight?
What's he thinking?
Wait, say that again?
Yeah,
Wait,
okay.
wait.
So he matched with me on Hinge, the dating
Right.
app, right? And he got my cell phone number to take it off the app. So he decided to take it off the Hinge app and get her cell phone number, which is a good sign usually, right?
Positive.
Yeah.
He then texted me 5 days later at midnight asking, are you out? Like out in the town tonight?
Oh, he wants to meet up and fuck.
Okay. There
So,
we go. Simple.
That's
and
what he's
short.
thinking, right?
Yeah, that's what that guy's thinking.
Okay.
He's
Brute.
Brutal.
It's 5 days out. He had another option. That option didn't fall through. He's like looking through his Hinge list, like, okay, God, I remember this one.
Okay.
I remember this one.
You're going to be good at this game. We can already tell. This is exactly what we needed.
All right. This one says, I've been dating him
Tough
for
love.
5 years and we don't have sex as much as we used to. I wonder if I'm still attractive to him.
You haven't had sex in how long?
They said we haven't had sex as much as we used to.
As
So it
much as
could
we
be,
used to.
I mean, to admit that it's probably like less than once a month.
Mm.
So it's like, this is how long.
I'm just like guesstimating
Yeah.
because I'm like,
What's he think? Maybe it's just like, you just got,
It doesn't have to be exactly what he's thinking either. Like, would you still find, if you're in a relationship with someone for 5 years and you don't have sex as much as you did when you first met someone, like the honeymoon phase, would
Yeah.
you still find your girlfriend, your wife attractive because you're not having sex as much?
yeah, of course.
Okay.
I
So
think,
yeah.
I've been in long-term relationships and it's like, you definitely don't have as much sex as you do like the first like
Yeah.
few months
bit
or
more
whatever.
dry,
but,
like,
yeah, but
still
it's
love the
like,
person.
You still love the person. You still find them attractive. It's just kind of like, I'm probably at that point you're living with each other. You're probably, probably get sick of them,
Yeah.
for a time. You
But then
know?
you'll go through
Exactly.
more spells where it bumps back up again and then it kind of sways.
it's a roller
and-
coaster. You go
yeah.
1 week, you might be getting active.
Yeah, getting active.
Getting active. And then the next week it might be like, you know what? I'd rather just watch Harry Potter.
I like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Tell Harry Potter sweatshirt. Look at him.
Boom, TM.
Trying to get on that
Are you-
reboot.
are you Are you a Harry Potter fan? Obviously.
Oh, big.
Do you have a Harry Potter tattoo?
I don't have a Harry Potter tattoo.
I feel like you would.
I know. I gotta.
Next one.
I don't know what to get though.
Ooh,
I don't know what to get.
get a little Harry Potter scar right on your forehead.
Yeah.
Just like my first face tattoo.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Just get it.
You know what?
There
I
we go.
just watched Lord of the Rings for the first time.
How'd you like it?
I liked it a lot. And I
Lord of the
never
Rings.
thought I would admit that. I was like, I don't know about these like mystical movies.
No.
I
It's
liked
so
Harry
good.
Potter. I liked what is it called? Oh my god, what's the other famous show? Game of Thrones. And then I was like, okay, I'll try Lord of the Rings, but I'm not going to lie. It had a bad rap.
Right.
It had a bad rap. Okay.
You like Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I
Even that
loved.
incest shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Loved it.
Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa. Hey,
Okay,
yo.
wait. No, anyway, next one. Is it me? No, it's you.
Oh, it's me?
Mhm.
No, it's you. Oh, it's me. Okay. In person, he seems super into me, but over text, he's kind of dry and seems to not give a shit. I feel like this one's hard, I guess.
I know.
Over
We're
text
rapid
is-
firing them though.
Over text, he's kind of dry.
Yeah, like he doesn't respond with emojis or winky faces. I'm just making that part up. But in person, into her.
Yeah.
Over text, not much.
I wouldn't read that much into it then. Like,
Okay.
I'm a terrible texter.
Yeah.
Like in person, like I'll devote all my time, but like my phone is just not really like I'm not on my phone like that. I'm not attached to it like that. Like if I see a message, like I don't read too much into like what am I saying? Like if you're like, how are you doing today? Good. You? Like, put my phone down, move on.
Some guys are just not into all the emojis and winkies. So
Yep. Okay, let's see this one. This one says, my guy friend gives me all the signs that he likes me, but has never made a move. He acts like he is interested in group settings, but when is he going to ask me on a date?
wait.
Ooh, wait.
Mm-hmm.
My guy friend gives me all the signs.
He gives me all the signs when we're out that he likes me, but he never has made a move. He acts like he is interested when we're in a group setting in me, but then when is he going to ask me out on a date?
He probably doesn't want to ruin the friend dynamic.
Mm.
He's
That's
probably
a hot
like
take,
flirty
yeah.
because it's hot. It's like nice and it's fun to be flirty with like one of your friends that are girls, one of your girlfriends.
Yeah.
But it's like sometimes like the friendship is just way more important than exploring the relationship side of stuff. And I've kind of like I'm dealing with that, or I have dealt with that.
I like that.
Dealing with that. So
You're like,
Nice.
yeah, it's happening. Yep. Okay.
no, it's
I
true.
like
It's
that. No, I like that.
Like I have a friend who like I like genuinely like I love her to death.
Mhm.
Like I'll do anything for her, and it's like I would never. I think to
You don't wanna
myself
ruin it.
constantly like this could be something beautiful, or
It's a good end.
this can
really.
like continue to just be something special.
Yeah.
And never end. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
I love that.
I love that.
Okay. Should we go on to our listeners' straight kind of moment?
Let's do it.
I think this is yours. So you get to read
Oh,
it.
yeah. I did find this one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So listener straight kind of moment. Listeners write in kind of their most embarrassing moment, not necessarily most embarrassing, but something that's happened that has made them feel more human, more vulnerable. I usually say this with guests. Like we talk about shitting our pants a lot. We talk.
you shit your pants?
Oh yeah, all the time.
You don't? You don't?
He was
You
so
said
taken
that
back.
It was
so
all out
casual.
of nowhere.
Like,
You said
like,
we were.
You made me feel cold for not shitting my pants. Like you were like, oh yeah.
Oh, you don't?
You
Oh,
know? Like
oh.
that's whoa.
Okay.
Weird.
A little bit of
That was-
judgment.
But literally one of our taglines is girls poop. Like
Yeah.
we talk about shit a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that was great. That was great comedic timing. That was fantastic.
So someone wrote something in to share with us, and we'll just react to it, and then we're gonna see if you.
Oh.
You literally just deleted it.
No, I
Hold
got
on.
it. Go back. Go back, please.
I did. It's on
Okay.
there now.
How am I
Um,
sweating this much?
You are
Because
wearing
it's
a
hot in
hoodie.
here, and it's hot in
Believe
here.
us,
It's okay.
we
It
sweat.
was like it was cold at first.
Yeah.
And now I'm like,
We sweat every single episode, which is why we now wear
That
tank
too.
top.
Tequila.
Yeah, you don't look like you're sweating if that
Mm-mm.
makes you feel better.
All right, you ready for this?
We're almost done. But
Yeah.
when she reads this, you also might have to share a straight kind of moment if you can think of one.
I got
that
all the time in the world. Do
Okay.
whatever you gotta do.
So
Okay.
if you have an embarrassing moment, think of
Start
it.
thinking about it,
Start
okay?
thinking of an embarrassing moment.
Yeah.
People really pride
When I
themselves in
cried
keeping it
on TV.
anonymous.
Like
That shouldn't be
That's not
embarrassing.
embarrassing.
I'm joking.
God
I'm
dang.
joking.
Okay, ready? All right, get ready. Hashtag straight kind of moment. I feel like this literally only happens in middle school, but then there's me. My boyfriend and I are blessed with amazing, very religious families. Literally, we are 25 and 26, and my boyfriend's parents think we have never had sex. We also aren't allowed to live under the same roof until marriage. You get the picture. On Thanksgiving of this past year, we were having dinner at his mom's house, and we were looking at his baby pictures in his scrapbook as we waited for dinner to be done. His mom randomly dropped I know one day you two will have the cutest little ones. They literally love me. But then she goes, thankfully, we won't have to worry about that happening too early, implying that we have not had sex. No sex for the past 5 years, honey. Later that week, I was texting my boyfriend at work and I texted him, I still laugh at the fact that your mom doesn't think we've had sex. Meanwhile, and 2 little rabbit emojis. ...
Wait, she sent that.
I swear to God, I pooped my brain out because I accidentally texted his family group chat, I am in. Rest in peace, arrest in jail. Straight cannon moment for you. LOL. She doesn't even tell us what happened.
So
What?
she sent it to the mom.
She sent it in the family group chat. She
And
meant to
then-
text her boyfriend. She was at work.
Well, I'm sorry, but if you've been dating someone for that long, your parents don't think you've had sex.
You don't need to send bunny rabbits to your. If I sent bunny rabbits and that comment to Jordan's parents, I think I would pass away immediately. I would literally go dig my grave in the backyard. I'd put my little tomb sign up. I'd cross in. I'd just scrape in 2023, and then I'd lay down. Just lay there. I would done. End my jail wherever I'm going. It doesn't matter. In the
That's
ground is
great.
where I'm going.
So now you know what a straight kind of moment is.
What are your thoughts on that?
That is definitely
I
uncomfortable.
keep sliding down.
Have you
but
ever
I-
sent a text to the wrong person? You're talking shit about somebody, you send it to the person.
Oh God, that's the worst.
No, that'd be terrible.
Right.
Unfortunately, I've never done that.
You
No.
haven't?
That's good.
No.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, I have
you
too.
have?
I sent a screenshot of somebody's text to them, and I was like, and this is pre, like, you can't edit, you can't delete. I was like,
Thank God you
I
can
go-
do that now.
I didn't even know what to say. I was like, I remember I was like gonna send a voice memo, and I'm like, that was awkward.
I literally have talked shit about my mom. I remember in like high school,
shit.
and I literally sent it to my mom. Like, oops.
Mm.
Okay, do you have a most embarrassing moment? What as we call straight cannon moment?
My
Doesn't
most embarrassing moment.
it could have humiliated you? Could have made you feel human?
Could have shit your pants.
Could have moved your pants if you wanted to.
I have a shit in my pants story.
Knew it.
You acted like you never did.
No, I'm not. You just said it mad casual. Like you just be like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
it's
Yeah, I
just
feel
you
it.
just be out and about grabbing like, yeah, can I get a double vanilla latte with oat milk and then shit yourself? Like, oh, my fault. Yeah, making a venti with ice like that.
She actually is getting ventis with ice, and I'm like, sir,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Okay, go ahead. Straight cannon moment.
Okay.
He's great.
All right, so this all started. This happened with my ex, right? So my
Okay.
ex, her parents lived in Singapore.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'd never traveled much before going with my ex.
Okay.
Right? So we would go to Singapore every Christmas. First time we go to Singapore. I've
Oh,
never
God.
traveled in the air that long. I've never been that far overseas. I'm in a whole new land. Like this is like whole new territory for me. I'm from Canada. I also work in a warehouse. My body runs like cold.
Oh,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just used to the cold. So when I get extra hot, like I get hot, like I start sweating like immediately. Like I gotta hydrate. I don't know what happened at some point in this trip. I don't know if it
God.
was the food I was eating, if I was dehydrated. I got so sick.
Oh.
And mind you, her parents are from Singapore.
Mm.
So we were dating, we moved in. This is my first time meeting her
Oh,
parents.
God.
I get sick, food poisoning. I don't know what it is, dehydration. I start feeling sick, throwing up. I'm shitting everywhere.
The way he's
What do you mean? What's happening?
I'm over the toilet. I'm vomiting. But all that pressure,
No.
I'm shitting. I'm coughing. I'm sneezing. Just every sound,
Burping.
every orifice, every
Burping, fart.
liquid that could possibly come out of you is just coming out.
And then a
everywhere.
tear comes out.
Yeah, like it got to the point where like I'm
You're
like I
dehydrated.
can't control. Like I'm sleeping with her, right? Because she got sick too,
Oh
right?
no.
I'm sleeping with her. She was not as bad as me. I'm sleeping with her. I'm wearing like 3 extra layers of pants
just in case.
because I'm like I'd be sleeping and then I'll just
You're
wake
like-
up and just like if I like just loosen up my muscles a tad bit, it's like that's like fuck I shit myself again. I'm just like
Carrie's face right now. She just walked back in the room. She's like with her little Rice Krispie treat.
it was like
It's like,
it was just wild. It was like
Are you sure you want to be eating?
you know
right
you
now?
just give up on shitting yourself when like you're just wearing layers of pants.
Triple
I'm just
pairs
like,
of
yeah, it's
pants.
like,
How long did How long did this horror last?
it was like out like a day or 2 days, right? Like we would stay there 3 weeks at a time. So this is like,
Oh
where's
man.
Dom? He's shitting himself. Or whatever.
Literally
Like, that's
dying.
Like he's dying upstairs. Like I'm shitting in their bed nonstop. And I'm like, then I got to go downstairs afterwards and be like, hey mom, hey dad,
morning.
like, good morning, nice to
to
see you. Sorry for shitting in your
Destroying
house.
your toilet.
Destroy-
We have
like
to
shitting in your
do the
fucking
sheets again.
Yeah, like I
Sorry.
gotta bring down shitty sheets and shit.
Oh,
when the
that
parents
is-
are just meeting me. Like brutal. It doesn't end there.
Oh, excuse me.
I think it's
hope
all
you guys
done.
hope you
I've
guys aren't
adjusted.
eating right now, but you know, it's great.
Mind you, we went there every year. So we
Oh,
went back the next year. I'm thinking like I'm ready.
Yeah.
prepared mentally.
I come with like one of those Amazon 20 ounce,
Mhm.
100 ounce fucking gallon, one of these shits. I'm drinking every day. I'm staying hydrated.
Look at you.
I'm staying away from the seafood. We live.
Proactive.
I feel good. I'm going to the gym. I'm working out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling great. Day 6. Wake up. Shit.
No.
Down bad again.
Was it the water?
Stomach gurgles. I don't know what happened. I'm like, babe. She's like, not again. I'm like, it's here.
She's here.
I'm like, it's here.
It's knocking.
We got to deal with it. She's like, fuck. Again. I'm over the toilet, throwing up.
Same thing.
I'm shitting on myself.
No freaking way.
More layers of pants. I'm shitting. Where's Dom at? He's upstairs shitting himself. They're like, again?
Deja vu.
Every time we see this kid, he's shitting himself.
Wait, that's just a bad first impression, second impression.
Yeah.
Have you been back to Singapore?
What? No. That
Okay.
was
That was the last one.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we just steer clear of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I love Singapore. Great place.
Yeah.
Fantastic country.
But
so clean.
Something
You
sitting
weren't
right.
in Singapore
Yeah,
clean, though.
no,
I wouldn't
but I
say.
wasn't,
Yeah.
no. I
Oh,
was-
God.
Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing your poop story.
Your hashtag straight candid. That's straight candid.
Yeah,
and our
no.
listeners are going to love that.
Yeah.
Because
no,
they
I was-
write in. And they
And that's
love
what I mean.
those.
That's why their relationship was so like real. Because I was shitting on myself like crazy, and she was still like, I love
She was
you,
there
baby.
at your worst.
And
She
in
still
the-
held me down, brought me water and crackers and shit.
rubbing your back. A little
Still-
further
you know
away.
what
but
I mean?
rubbing your back.
That's
Yeah.
when you know. That's when you know it's true love.
Yeah, shitting myself after meeting your parents, and you still hold me down. And she didn't tell nobody either. She wasn't like telling her friends, like, oh yeah, Dom was in Singapore shitting himself.
Yeah.
She was like, man, we never got to talk about this.
You're like,
But
"That's
now
no
here I
secret."
am,
Now
You
you're
are telling
Yeah,
exposing.
the peak of my fame, telling the world, yeah, I shit myself. She gonna be watching this like, why would he do this?
Why would he do that?
We were doing so good for years.
We were doing so good. We hit it from everybody.
Yeah.
You were amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for being real with our listeners, our candid listeners. We love you guys, by the way. Can you please tell everybody where they can find you? We know where you can find you, but social media, podcasts, all the things.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, anything. Don't Call Dom. I'm also in a band called Don't Call. We're on Spotify, wherever you want to check us out. Don't Call Band on Instagram.
That casual little thing that you're working on that you didn't mention.
Yeah, singer-songwriter. I'm kind of a rock star, but
Kind of like no.
I'm like, you could have
that's
added
kinda-
that in. You could have sprinkled that in there.
I mean, that's
Machine
just
Gun
like,
Kelly sprinkle, maybe the band sprinkle.
I know, but when you're a rock star, it's just kind of like,
It's just kind of
It's
like
it's kind of like it is
whatever.
what it is.
Yeah.
you
It's
know?
casual,
It's like,
you know?
this is what I do. You know?
So LA.
Uh,
Jeez.
But yeah, I also have my podcast starting
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Dom Meets World with Brat TV. Shout out Carrie.
Shout out Carrie.
And yeah, clothing line coming out, nail polish,
May 26th.
May 26th.
We'll be looking
nail
for
polish,
that.
June 5th.
I can't wait to get me some
I'm
merch.
so excited.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
I'm gonna make sure we send you guys some.
that'd be great.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh,
Thank
we'll
you.
re-repping it.
And
Well,
thank you for having me. And I just
Yeah.
want to say respectfully, like, this podcast, like, I don't feel safe in a lot of places because I'm just a little bitch. But
You're not a little bitch.
We're a
but
little
I,
bitch too.
but like, I love your guys' energy. I felt so
Thank
safe,
you.
comfortable. This was so much fun. You guys are great at interviewing. Thank you for just letting me talk and ramble and, just being super chill and super nice.
Aw,
This is a great
Dom.
platform you
That's
guys have,
so
and I
sweet.
appreciate you guys so much. Thank
We're
you.
Thank
so happy to have
you.
you and just like being in our space. And we were really excited to have you on. So truly
Yeah.
know that like we reached out to you for a reason and our listeners wanted to have you. So like you're in the right spot and we're so glad we can make you feel safe and interview you. And we love your ramble, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah.
We love,
We love your
rambling
ramble.
here. We had a little bit of everything here, a little serious,
Yeah,
little
we
fun.
did.
So seriously, thank
Cancer
you.
energy. Ooh.
Right.
I'm an Aries, by the way.
Oh, my
But-
mom's an Aries.
I'm a little bit.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm
know
a
what I'm
Cancer
saying?
too, so let's
The
go,
vibes.
let's go.
Gang.
You guys, thank you for listening. We are at Straight Candid Podcast. Please rate, review, subscribe on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts. Do it. I'm at Candid Soph.
I'm at Candid Sid. We appreciate you. We love you. Shout out to Hot Takes Morgan. Again, she's getting mad because we've recorded so many today. She's like,
We
stop
have to."
saying it. Stop saying my name. We're going to keep saying it. All right. We love you guys.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
I love this.
Sorry, I forgot I'm loud.
Dom, great job. Thank you
guys
so
for having
much.
me.
I liked it. I'm so glad you felt safe.
No,
Yeah, that was so nice.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Do you feel good about it?
That was the nicest
Yeah, that was fun.
guest ever.